IT professionals are required. Hit the button.
What up, everybody? Hold on. Hold on.
Do you think?
You gotta do the end thing.
Do you
Gotta
think?
do the end thing. Hey, welcome everybody to the show.
Hey.
We're here. Me and David are hanging out here in the Bourbon Lounge. By the way, USA. I just want to talk about that real quick. We'll go into a little bit. Both women on what was it? Thursday, I think it was the gold medal round for women, and then on Sunday. By the way, did you know? Fun fact for you, even though it's just clinical, data so far, not really measurable data, but so far, the 7 a.m. Central Standard Time or the 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time showing of the gold medal round doubled everything the NBA All-Star game got. And I'm like, whoop, whoop. But man, I tell you what, that was freaking awesome to see everything that was going on. We got 2 messages already. Oh, it's Daniel Barry.
Daniel Barry, what up, Daniel?
Yo, man.
Yo, I can't tell what that emoji
8:01
is.
p.m. Yep, we're a little late, Daniel.
Yeah,
And
apparently my eyes are.
Another
Nice
fun
video.
fact: the USA hockey gold medal team currently is in the beautiful city of Miami, partying
And
their
they're flying
asses off.
tomorrow.
That's where they had to fly into. They couldn't fly into New York.
Because snowstorms, and then they're flying tonight. Tomorrow. They're flying tomorrow into DC because they're going to be at the State of the Union. Boom, boom.
No doubt.
Beep, beep.
So is the dirty
by the way-
is the dirty rabbit booked out for the night?
The
Billy?
Dirty Rabbit and the Elbow Room in Fort
Favorite
Lauderdale
squirrel
is
said, hey.
completely booked.
So, yeah, put that on there.
Favorite squirrel.
Yeah, your favorite
Well,
squirrel.
no, we need to put it on here.
You
for the
click.
show.
You just click on it, and then
Why couldn't you do it? This is your job.
because you did it first. That's why. Favorite squirrel said hi. Yeah.
This is why I always have you do that. Anyway, like, love, share, turn on notifications, subscribe. We're trying to get to maybe 2 people by the end of the week.
Yep. I love how we talk about this like we don't even understand what it is or how it works. We're like, buttons. We're supposed to tell you to follow.
Push the button.
Pay
Push the
attention,
buttons.
pay attention to the show, people. We have fun here. All
We
right,
do. We
that's
do
what we
have
do.
fun.
Pay
We do.
attention to the damn show.
We do
what
have
you got to
fun.
do to make that happen.
We do have fun. But anyway, guys,
Mhm.
I do want to talk a little bit about hockey. But first, let's get into what we're drinking. So
Yeah, we're over.
tonight I made dinner for David and I.
This guy.
It wasn't like a gay thing, though. If it was, that's okay. If people are into that, I'm generally not. Meaning I'm
Not
leaving
that
some.
there's
room for
anything
it.
wrong with that.
Right, because I keep a really clean house and I have a lot of pets and stuff, and I know how to cook. So, and I'm by myself, so I guess I'm just
So you're
closet gay.
bisexual by yourself.
No, I'm asexual with me. But anyway, but no, what was I going to say? Oh, so we cooked dinner, and then David brought a nice partying gift. So we're having some foolproof 1792
Yeah.
tonight.
Clocked in at 125.
So
$50,
$125.
$51.
Yeah, and then
Man.
we're gonna finish it off with just a little bit of regular
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to
Michter's.
that next.
This is just a regular Michter's bourbon. This is, I think, I have on glasses, still can't see. I think somebody just tweeted us, but not tweeted us, but like said some
That's
stuff.
your tryouts.
It's a 91.4 proof.
Let's see what the people said.
Santa Claus tryouts. Oh, dude, that's not nice.
Somebody named Todd Rock. Hang on. Santa Claus. Is he talking about your beard?
He's talking about the 3 of us.
The 3 of us.
That's hilarious. I dig that, Todd, man.
Quite early.
You're on it. And then this
Like
person.
someone was jealous he can't grow a
too.
beard.
Dollar
This is a
General
dollar-
cash.
Cashier trial.
Wow, that hurts.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the tough
I mean, You know what? You got if you know about the Dollar General, you probably shop there.
Do you say
Why-
Dollar General or do you say Dollar General?
The Dollar General.
Yeah, General.
If you go to the Dollar
Real
General,
quick,
do you judge
real
the
quick.
people that work there?
How
Is
does
that why you
How does
go?
Kay say Dollar General?
What do you mean?
How does she say Dollar General?
Yeah.
Dollar General.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just curious. Like, I mean, that wasn't a hard question, was it? I didn't ask.
It was
you
a pointed.
question
It was a little
other than
pointed,
that.
frankly.
I'm out of left field for sure, but okay.
Yeah.
Not like we're sitting there on 911 and you say, "Hey, look, I'm a white guy. My house is burned down." They go, "Let me just see real quick." Say the word "ask."
Okay, so hold on a second. Gino and Rob, I know they got my back on this. Since the professor here with his phonation, I want to hear you say Worcestershire sauce.
I see Worcestershire.
Ooh.
Gotcha, bitch.
We got little old fashions come back as the bourbon.
Hey. Little-
Cheers. Always happy to see you, sir. He said, "I'm sorry, that was kind of mean." No, you're good, man.
It's all
Dude,
good.
No, it's okay.
people in this
We
chat
poke fun
fly
at each
off
other.
me.
We got thick
We're
skin.
okay. The meaner the better.
He said Worcestershire.
Sounds like
Yeah.
sounds like a pedophile ring.
Jeez.
It's that Chestershire
Or
pedos.
Chestershire. Wink, wink. But anyway, no. Let's talk about hockey a little bit, man. Just get because I mean we got
Sports
several. Of them.
book.
Hold on, we got all
I
that
thought we
to
were
talk
talking about
I
what we
didn't-
were drinking tonight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, we
We already
forgot.
passed that. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Gino,
with
shoot,
it.
brother. What you got?
Damn it.
Whoa. Woodford Reserve, Double Oak. This is a store pick barrel select. So
Nice.
it's a little bit above the normal average profile at 96.29 proof. But this was picked by my buddies over there at McHenry. They made a very good selection and absolutely even more caramel intense than the regular Double Oak. I mean, it's just all about the caramel in it.
What about the
Delicious.
vanilla bean? The vanilla bean too that's in that.
The vanilla bean is on the nose. I don't get so much on the palate. It is the caramel just kind of overwhelms it.
What about any hazelnuts?
Nope.
I missed it. What are you drinking on?
Double Oak, Woodford Reserve.
Woodford Double, and he doesn't. Okay.
See, I normally get
No,
the
this
reason why-
is the store pick.
I know, but I'm just telling you that's what I normally would get. I would have some vanilla
I
bean,
understand that, and I'm
some
not
warm caramel and
picking that
some
up.
and then some hazelnut. That's how it would normally be. And then on the nose, you're absolutely right. It would be very, very strong vanilla bean on the nose.
Yep. That's where I get the vanilla bean
And a lot of char too.
yes.
So
But
All right.
no, with this single barrel, I don't pick up hardly any of that other. It's just the caramel is just all over the place on it.
nice. What about you there, Robbie Rob?
I'm doing some Elijah 18 tonight.
That's the marriage.
Nice.
It's the marriage. That's a good one.
Yes,
Spent
sir.
$785 one day in a bar called Pint and Prime. Pint, yeah, that's what it's called. Pint and Prime. It's the restaurant down
Place
there
in
in Columbia. And everybody had never had any. Wow,
Where
there
is
was a
this?
bunch of Pint and Prime.
I've never been there. I don't think.
It's really nice. It's like a White Cloth, but it's a butcher shop that they turned into a nice place. It's really nice. But anyway,
Right.
a lot of those people had never had. No one in there except for me had the Elijah Craig 18, and I was like, dude, let's
Wow.
just get around for everybody. So I was like $700 I spent for everybody.
Big
That's
baller.
that's a bottle kill there.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was only like 7 people there.
By the way, this is
No.
what it looks like if you're watching on a phone versus your laptop. That's what we look like.
Oh, okay.
We look like the. So if you're watching this on mobile, folks, we apologize.
Oh, what if
'cause
you turn it sideways?
Jody and I look like it's just a wall divider in our shoulders. That's it.
But what if you
right
turn
in the
it? What
middle
if you turn
there?
it sideways? So.
Yeah.
Turn your phone sideways.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, Billy,
Yeah.
my man. Denzel Way, my man.
I'm having just a little bit of Buffalo Trace
Buffalo
Nice.
Trace always solid.
In celebration of the hockey team USA, I can definitely dig that with
Bring
the
to that. Bring to that.
Kachuk there. It was a very, very hard fought match. It was a epic game, I think. And
I think Connor Hellebuck was by far he is Mr. Olympian.
They keep showing that one save behind the back save.
The one where he had his stick
behind him. Unbelievable.
It was an unbelievable save.
Well, he's the current reigning MVP of the NHL. And then he's three-time. I think he's a three-time. I'm pretty sure he's a three-time. Is that Amanda Jax? Well, hello, Miss
Amanda.
I'm assuming
Amanda
that's
Jax
a female.
said hi.
Hello, Miss Amanda Jax.
Whoever you are. Hello.
I shouldn't make assumptions. I shouldn't look at this and go, I'm going to just automatically assume his or her pronouns or they's.
There you go. Look at you growing as a human.
But
I'm so proud of you.
So let me have the floor for about 10 seconds, guys.
All right.
So this week is going to be an epic week for Cafe 305. I had a single customer order 300 briskets and 125 racks of ribs.
Holy shit.
And this created a massive, massive problem. I'm always about giving credit where credit is due. So my guy Gino, I put a bug in his ear, and he and I got together, and we purchased two large, a 2-door cooler and a 2-door freezer. These things are absolutely massive. So I just want to give a shout out to my guy Gino, because without that, I couldn't have taken this job. When I tell you it was, sure, I can do it, and then complete and utter panic because I don't have the capacity to hold that.
Hold all that meat, yeah.
Long enough to prep it, trim it, store it, cook it, wrap it. Listen, it's going to be an epic week. If I sleep 20 hours this week, it'll be a lot.
Yeah, have you gotten that second
That's
smoker in yet?
You're pushing 80, 90 cases of brisket.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, I went down to my butcher guy where I get all my briskets, and I went through, I kid you not, almost 400 briskets. Handpicked to get the ones I wanted because I'm very particular about the cut and the trim and what you get out of it. So just the time spent, I'm not so particular on the ribs because there's a standard that I get, but brisket is such a wild animal because even off the same animal, no two briskets are the same. And the butcher can either make or break your briskets by how they trim them. And a lot of people are unaware, but a brisket actually has a bone on it, and it has to be removed. So again, I like to give credit where credit is due. God has put some amazing people in my life, some amazing. I can't even tell you, because when I accepted this job, I was like, sure, I'm a businessman. I don't leave money on the table, and then I have to fucking figure it out.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, but again, shout out to my guy Gino because.
No problem, dude.
Nah, listen, it was a goddamn problem.
Yeah, I can imagine. You're like, okay, I can do that. How am I going to do that?
Yeah. But yeah,
we got this.
Yeah, but listen, that hockey game was really, really, and I'm a hockey fan. And for those out there in the internet world, so South Florida and Florida, period, is a hockey town. It may not seem like it because of all the other sports franchises that we have, but anywhere you went this past weekend, if you walked into a Best Buy, every TV was on the Olympics and watching that game. Every bar you would have went to, the Ale House, Flanagan's, I don't care if you went to your mama house, your mama was watching a hockey game. So it was really nice to see that. I don't know. I can't even say how proud I am of those guys. Just the effort they put in. Well, if you watch that game,
as an American, you just gotta be happy. I mean, the guy. First of all, I talk about this in my undergrad entrepreneurship class quite a bit. I talk about this specific thing because I have one kid in there. His name is Grant, and he's a baseball player on the university team. And he thinks LeBron should be in the top 5 best basketball players of all time. And I'm like, you're a dumbass. And I said, look, I don't use that term very often for students, but I think you're a dumbass. And I was, because I talk to him all the time. I'm like,
I mean this professionally.
no, I said it like
You're fucking stupid.
Well, I said I did say stupid, but I was also like, it's a stupid response, you know. But we were just talking like an aside before class and a little bit during class because I was still hung up on how fucking dumb that sounds. But anyway, so we're going back and forth about it. And I was talking about like LeBron could not play during Jordan's time. He just couldn't because of all the physical action and stuff of that nature. And today when I walked into class, I walked in there. I was like, "Did you watch hockey game?" He goes, "Man, I'm not really into hockey." I'm like, again, stupid. Like, there's nothing. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I even brought up. I said I started it by going, "I want to give you props because baseball. I play baseball. I get it, right?" And
so this is a baseball fan that doesn't watch hockey.
No, he's a baseball player for the university that I work for.
Gotcha.
And then he happens to be in my class, and then he's also he likes golf. That's his 2 things. And I said, you know, I started it with, did you watch the game? He goes, no. And I'm like, I just did that. I didn't say stupid. I was kind of embellishing that.
Stupid. You didn't say it.
No, I later came to stupid, but we're not there yet. And so I was like, you know, I watched this interview this weekend with what's his name? My favorite baseball player and the person I think was the best 2-sport athlete of all time, Bo Jackson and Shaquille O'Neal. And so Shaquille asked him, he goes, has an S in there, ask. But he asked him, he goes, what do you think the hardest sport is? And he goes, without a doubt, man, it's baseball. And I was sitting there going,
you can't say roof. I'm just saying.
It's called a roof. I don't know what the hell you guys talking about.
Exactly my point. It's not
roof.
called a roof.
Listen.
Not a roof. It's a roof. It's a thing on top of your house.
A roof.
It's not of a coarse texture.
It's a roof.
That's not a roof.
Anyway.
That's a roof.
So anyway.
Let me ask you, how do you say roof?
That's funny.
David, don't worry. David, don't worry. Jody just wants to be black in his next lifetime.
I know. He wants someone to give you the N-word pass so bad. Dude, he wants it so much.
Like Gavin.
He's like, please.
Like Gavin Newsom, I'm just like you guys, just from the waist down.
I don't know that reference. I missed it.
Not at all.
I'm sure there's a joke in there.
Oh,
I actually don't know the reference, and I'm not trying to be uncharitable. I actually don't know what.
So he went this weekend. It spoke at a black conference, and he had said that, "Look, I'm just like you guys. I'm a 960 guy on the SAT. I can't even read. I'm just like you guys."
He does have dyslexia or something,
right? But do you not hear what he just said to a bunch of black folks? I got a 960 on the SAT.
It's pretty bad.
And he goes, "And I can't read. I'm just like you guys."
That's worse. Like, did he say it like that?
Yes, exactly like that. You can find it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll see it eventually, I'm sure.
So listen, let's before we get too off track.
The fun part of being like this, I'm gonna let you go.
Billy, what part of getting off track are you worried about?
I am where I am.
We're gone.
It's so refreshing to not have to defend fucking people when they say dumb shit. I was like, that's a motherfucker said dumb shit.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you something as a member of the black delegation.
There you go.
When
I was white, so I didn't.
When we, so
you're our only proud member.
Listen. But no, here's the thing. Let me hit the rest of the world to something.
Go for it.
So when something like that is said, the black people who get outraged about it are the ones who have not forward themselves enough to realize if that's all the material you have, you need some new material.
Yeah.
Because I don't allow that kind of thing to take rent in my head or my heart. So somebody calling me the N-word, I would say it, but listen, we're not gonna do it. If that's all the ammo you got.
You and Mark try to pressure me that time.
Yep.
Exactly.
If that's your biggest insult.
If that's all you got, you need a new pair of socks, bro. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Well, I don't.
That's all you got.
Socks, but back to my story with my student. I don't.
It's true. I literally just visually verified that he's not wearing.
But
socks.
so anyway, I was like,
I'm sorry. If you wear shoes with no socks, to me, in my mind, you're in the same category of the guy who microwaves fish and like the company like microwave.
Oh,
Jesus.
You're like, who's the fucking terrorist in here? Because it happens every day at my job. I'm like, who's the fucking terrorist? And I'm looking around. It's very multicultural. It's not cool for me to say this. And I'm like, who's the terrorist?
Real quick,
yep.
who wears socks with
I'm
Hindus?
I'm with you on that. It's like that does not belong
People
to
who don't want their fucking foot sweat all on their hey dudes.
My feet don't stink.
Yeah, because it's like 5 degrees in here and you got the windows open.
I do have the windows open.
It's like 28 degrees outside. He does.
That's like 5 minutes before the show.
It's not hot in here.
Don't
Tuesday.
take this the wrong way.
His feet are not sweating in those shoes. It's true.
Anyway, back to my student.
There's no sweat going on
he was. We were sitting there talking. I was like, he goes, "Man, baseball is hard." I'm like, hockey. I think hockey's harder, dude. Freaking Jack Jones, I'm sorry, Jack Hughes. I don't know why I said Jack Jones. That's a box or not box for MMA guy. By the way, also a hard sport. But Jack Hughes takes a high stick in the mouth and loses part of his teeth. Not a tooth, part of his teeth.
One was
was cracked in half. By the way, I have that because both my front teeth are fake because I broke both of them chewing on a can when I was in Misawa, Japan. I don't know why I was chewing on a can. Everybody's asked that question. I don't know why. It was a long night of drinking and hanging out with my friend Katie that was from Compton. And we drank a lot together. And I think we had some, we were killing freaking Colt 45 towards the end there. And I was chewing on some cans.
Jody wants to be so like his next lifetime.
Colt 45 and 2 zigzags.
We didn't have zigzags.
That's true. You probably couldn't.
Oh, and one
you could buy them legally on base.
One other note, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but Jody, fuck you and that house. That house is a fucking ice box. I don't care what nobody says. That fucking house is an ice box.
I care what you say, Billy, because I agree.
Fucking room on that side of the house. So fuck you and fuck that house.
Real quick though.
I've been to what?
Misawa. He's been there too. Yeah.
Cool. How you doing, David?
Fucking hell.
But
David, how you been?
But so I was, so I I've had some things go on in my life, so I get it. But and I was so embarrassed to show up at formation the next morning with no front teeth, and I was like, "Fuck, how am I going to do this? I got to go to sick call, which means I still have to go to the. Now I was already on base. I had to go to formation to let them know that I have to leave because I was just a retard and I was chewing on a can for no reason, and I don't have any front teeth anymore, and so there you go. But anyway, he was playing hockey.
Are those all replacements?
So they fixed the second portion of them.
Okay.
It's like the bottom. Anyway, so that's how his looked. He had one that was like broken half, and then he had the other one was knocked out. That's from getting hit in the face with a stick.
Yeah.
And I think Megyn Kelly said it the best. If you don't know how that feels, imagine if you were walking down the road someplace, like you're just not bothering anybody, you're just walking, and somebody just slaps you in the face with a freaking hockey stick. She goes, I'd be in the hospital for a month. Half the time recovering, the other half recovering mentally from that. And they don't ever get out of the game. If you ever want to see the greatest video ever, watch Ovechkin sitting on the damn bench get hit in the face, right in the face.
On the bench?
Yes, with a damn hockey puck. And if you don't, I have a bunch of them right there.
Did he get up and get ill about it? Or
no,
what?
he just looked at it, was like, okay, well, what we do?
That's some shit that happened.
Stopped the bleeding, went back out for his next shift.
That's exactly what he did.
Exactly did, yeah.
And he didn't even stop the bleeding. He was still bleeding all over the place.
He didn't care.
I don't think he missed a shift.
And I will say this, Jody, I had a conversation with a younger gentleman about LeBron being one of the best players. Here's what the grace I gave him.
There's no grace. Those people are retarded.
It really isn't. But like
I can name
all of us,
better players than him.
Absolutely. But here's the kicker. All of us are sitting here and we've experienced certain generations of technology. So a kid who's 14, 15 today, even 20, have no idea the technologies we had back in the day. So a younger person don't understand the players we had in any sport back in the day versus the ones we have now. Because LeBron could not play with Jordan because the things that were legal when Jordan was playing or Kareem or when Bird was playing.
Dude, what was that?
Clyde
Drexler. That's the one that played for Portland Trailblazers. Remember when him and Jordan were going back and forth all the time? And then what about when Jordan lost the freaking slam dunk contest? Lost it to the guy that played for Atlanta. who was awesome too. What was his name? Played for Atlanta, the Hawks. He already posted that.
Akeem, no? Elijah Wan, no.
No,
No.
but,
Yeah.
Just check it because it was
Elijah one was Houston.
Was it
no, it
Houston?
wasn't Elijah Wan. It was damn, what was his name? He was the one that beat Jordan the year before, and then Jordan came back and won. And then they didn't. It was because that guy was out sick that year, or not sick, but injured.
It wasn't Mutombo, was he? I don't think Mutombo.
No. If you look up when Jordan won his first slam dunk contest, look at the year before, and that's who won it.
Okay.
But anyway, these guys were ballers. They're like true ballers. I don't even like basketball, but I fucking loved it then. I really did. Like that was my jam, man.
Like I said, go further back. He couldn't even stand with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt would have killed him.
Yeah. LeBron would listen. I don't even know if LeBron would have made the team back then. Because back then, nobody was coming out of high school because you physically just didn't
the first
have
one
it.
to come out of high school was who? Kobe Bryant.
It was Kobe, right?
Yeah.
So if he
was legit when he came out.
And if you think about the era, I remember I was at the game at the old Miami Arena where who was it? It was Miami, and I think it was the Knicks.
I was wiping dog hair.
And they got into a fight at the free throw line, and the fight was an all-out brawl.
Dominique Wilkins, that's who I think it was.
Okay, and nobody got ejected from the game. Just a bunch of tech fouls and stuff like that. But that fight, Alonzo Mourning literally somersaulted a guy into the crowd, and I think it was Ewing or something like that.
Was that Indiana, the Pacers fight?
They had a couple of them, but it was just a brutal fight. I remember watching the game because the Miami Heat tickets used to be like $6. Like it was so easy to get into the game, and like every seat was great. And it was wild because if Jordan had to live in that era, he wouldn't make it. And even if you think about it, I think the only sport that has some comparison with players is probably hockey.
Like that too, actually.
Because hockey, you always had to be tough. Like you couldn't be. You couldn't listen. LeBron's a flopper. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And here's the thing with hockey: you're on ice skates and you're on ice. You're flying around as fast as you can.
Oh, you're going faster than you think you can go, because you only go so fast.
You've got
ice goes makes you go a lot faster.
You've got a stick.
Yep. And then you got this puck that is
right here. You've got this little disc,
so dense,
hard rubber that you're banging around everywhere. Yeah.
So I think hockey's the only team.
Real quick, hard rubber banging around everywhere. That reminds me of 1996 and 7, maybe.
Oh God, this guy. Oh,
I'm just being funny.
It's
all right. So before we, Rob, tell us about the installation. How did everything go, man? I saw some of the pictures.
On the dish machine. Ecolab was in there. I got all my chemicals hooked up.
Oh,
it's running. It's beautiful.
Isn't that one of the best feelings in the world?
So I'm. We're gonna talk about being old, right? I miss a lot in current days. This is all nice, all restaurant equipment that comes out these days. They've all got computer boards in them. They've all got, my old dish machine was literally a solid state dish machine, man. Like solid state. you flip a button. That's it.
We got that solid state washer.
There's
not a tube amp
to it. Now it's
it's got a computer. It's got a touch screen.
Yeah, it's got touch screen. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a goddamn Lamborghini.
It is a really nice machine, and so I thought I had because of power limits, I couldn't do.
I suggest this much.
I couldn't run both boosters on the machine, or so I thought, to do a high temp machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that second booster is running, and I don't know how. So it's a high temp. It's operating right now as a high temp dish machine, which
Oh man,
either
that makes it even
I'm okay
better.
with.
Yeah,
But it-
absolutely.
Even better.
It is.
Damn.
What was that noise?
It is a really solid, nice dish machine. It'll last them 10 or 12 years, not the 30 they got out of
Yeah.
the other one. But
You
you get 10, 12, we'll be all right.
And listen,
By the way, I do have the air conditioner on too. It just cut on.
yeah, that's why I say fuck you in that house.
Damn, dude.
I want to keep my ghost happy.
Listen, I'm gonna reiterate this. So Jody has his room. I guess I don't know if that would be the west end of his house.
Let me see. So south is this is west there.
Is this,
so
the,
south,
is this the east
that's
wing?
South.
Is
It's
this
the south. South.
So it's the south end of his house.
Yeah, south end.
It's a beautiful little room. You got a window right over your head. It is absolutely amazing. The bathroom is literally outside the front door. So I go up to visit
outside
Jody.
the front door. That makes it sound
outside-
it's not outside that door.
Outside that door.
You stayed in the Clinton ballroom.
This guy. So listen, let me land. So, I get in there, cool, drop my bags, we have some drinks, do whatever, blah blah blah, take a shower, I'm good
It's
now.
summertime.
So, we do our thing, whatever, go in the room, shut the lights off.
I did
And I
put you
lay
some
down.
quilts and stuff in there.
Listen, I lay myself down. I'm like, oh, it's nice and cool in here. Listen, I said, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, this motherfucker. I kid you not.
He set me up on purpose.
I said, this motherfucker. Listen, when your toes start throwing up crip signs because it's so cold, and you can cut the glass above your head with your nipples because it's so cold in this room.
You're seeing your own breath.
And on top of that, this Negro has the audacity to have a ceiling fan in the room.
On.
I don't understand it.
I'm like, I'm a black person. I'm not made for this shit.
Billy,
No.
right now, my house, the thermostat is set. Both thermostats are set to 74 degrees. Okay.
Oh,
This
good
is probably
Lord.
set to 50 something.
No,
and the
it's-
windows are open.
Well, so right now I don't have the air conditioner on. So right now it's temperature set at 63. But I'll leave the
My
air conditioner on.
thermostat it's set at 66.
So I will keep it. Well, it's because Michelle's not here.
I understand.
When she gets here, I have to bring it up to 65 and stuff like that.
Up to 65.
Up
Well,
to
she could
65.
put on more clothes.
Jesus Christ, that's still
Listen.
too damn cold.
So here I am in this cozy little bed, and the bed is really comfortable.
It's a comfortable bed.
Like
I've slept in the same bed before.
comfortable. And he has like 14
You're
quilts
talking about in there, right?
on the bed.
Yeah.
And
And when I tell you-
hating the thought
No,
about
no,
having
right
to
here.
in the middle of the night to
Right
go
here.
to the bathroom, right?
It's a comfortable
Listen.
bed. It is. Isn't
And
that
listen,
nice?
I needed every last one of those goddamn quilts.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, when it started getting frigid, under my
Yeah.
breath, I said, "This motherfucker."
I
In the
believe it.
darkness.
And then you found all the stuffed animals, right? And then you piled the stuffed animals on top, and you're like, nobody better talk about this ever. I'm covering these blankets with these stuffed animals for extra insulation.
I may have a
this
picture of
stuff
this.
with cotton.
They're survival animals.
He
And
says he's got a picture.
But with all the
He was
bitching and
planning on it.
complaining, I will say this. I did sleep damn good. I was just cold as fuck.
Well, see, that's my philosophy. If you're cold, you're gonna sleep better.
Yeah, I did sleep really
Yeah.
well.
If
I'm not
you
gonna lie
sleep-
about that.
Well, you gotta
That's
just-
my thing.
all
If
you gotta
I'm
do is
too
fall
cold,
asleep.
I just don't.
You just fall asleep.
But if I'm too cold, I just don't.
Well, that's a you issue. It's not.
I
me.
will also
It's a
admit,
cold issue, is what it is.
when we went driving around, I was
But
like
it's your
a dog
house.
who.
Have it how you want. You know.
When we went driving around, I was like a dog who found his own nuts. I couldn't stop looking out the window. I've never seen so much greenage and trees and shit in my entire life.
Man, when are you coming back up here, man? And you two, when are you coming down?
I got room, but you might want to bring
He's got
some winter
room.
clothes.
Or you could say with me,
Yeah,
if
I
you
gotta
would
get
like
my parka.
If you don't have one, I have a couple.
to not have to pick the icicles out of your nose in the morning.
I mean, I could
That makes
probably,
the morning time boogers come out a whole lot easier.
They're just
I can probably
needs a
find
shower?
a polar bear floating around here somewhere in South Florida that I can skin and wear up there. You know, that goddamn room. No, David. I'm trying, but listen.
No, I know.
You
We need
can't deny
we need
business.
to take a group trip down to my condo. Is what we need to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which I found
I
out
could make
recently. My
that.
mom thinks she still owns that. Well, by the way, she never owned it, but I just want to make sure.
I understood it the first time.
Oh, shoot.
But anyway, yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, once
Hey,
upon a
but-
time when I was younger, I could take those cold temperatures, man. I worked outside in the cold all the time, but nowadays, yeah, no.
And listen, change subject real quick. So the reason I asked Rob about the install.
Sorry, you reason you what?
Shut. Don't do
The
it.
reason
asked.
I asked
Good.
Rob
What are you
about,
give it
asking
up
there
to-
now?
about the install is because, so listen, people, I can tell you, me, Rob, Gino, and everybody else in this panel will agree. In the kitchen, I don't care what happens, but sanitation has to be at the top of the
Well, I
list.
agree. Why would I be in that list?
I said everybody on this panel.
Oh, okay, because
But
I clean as I go.
you have to understand, me and Rob have a different definition. We go by sanitized. Like when I use my knives, I don't clean them, I sanitize them. That's a process. So
I taught him that tonight.
it's one of those things where people think, oh, it's just a dishwasher. It's
Yeah.
not. It
No.
really, because when the State Department or the Health Department comes through, the one place that they're going to really try to get you is on your dishwasher, because you also, it's going to sound crazy, but you have to wash your dishwasher.
So real quick,
No,
let me ask you
I
this.
believe I've worked with commercial dishwashers.
Let me ask you
before.
this.
I know what you're talking
So
about.
say if you were only moving, like I know that this is not the same for Rob. So because Rob does more of industrial size of culinary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you could do everything by hand, let's say you could, you had I don't know, maybe 40 plates in a night, or maybe 100 plates in a night. You can just clean those yourself by hand, or if you did, silverware by hand, you did the knives by hand, all this stuff in hot water with all the right stuff and this and that. What would that not be good enough?
No, let me tell you why.
Okay,
Because the major difference is certain bacterias die at a certain level. So when the health department comes in and they test your hot water has to get up to a certain temperature at such a certain speed.
Mhm.
And it has to be able to maintain it for such a period for it to be considered worthy to be in the kitchen. And you can clean something and still get somebody sick. But when it's sanitized, it's different. So I'm not a big operation. I actually have to pay Ecolab to come in and do my setup. And we're not just talking about a dish sink or a dishwasher, your sink where you have a 3-compartment sink. You have your rinse, your sanitizer, and the whole nine. But here's the thing. If I walk into a kitchen and I see a properly maintained dishwasher and a dish sink, I'm not saying of course, you have to change everything out and refresh, but it will make me be more comfortable about eating in that establishment, because people will just, people think you throw silverware in a dish machine and it's just that. No.
so can I ask you
Silverware
another,
has to be standing up and the whole nine. Shoot.
so I got another question. So we have a place here in Memphis, Tennessee. I think it's called Dyer Diner. I think it's called Dyer Diner, and it's you guys can fact check me, but they've been using the same grease for over 112 years.
But it's refreshed.
How?
So yeah, I there are a couple of places that claim that. They're not saying it is, because there's no way that it could be there could be portions of that grease that have been saved and had more grease added to it.
Correct.
But just because of absorption rates and whatnot, you're not gonna have that same grease for over. You could have you may not change that grease out, or you're adding grease to whatever that pan is.
Correct.
Well, it's on a flat top.
Place you're
It's on a
talking
flat
about.
top, and it's in, like I said, it's in Memphis, and I think it's right downtown. But I'm pretty sure it's called Dyer Diner, and it's because of Dyersburg is located off of Highway 51, and that comes through through
Is that the place that's right on like the same
I don't know.
street
It's-
as like
it's-
Central Barbecue?
What's around the same street is it may be. I think you're right. I think it is on the same street. So it's like, you know how Memphis has like a
Because that diner, it's like the one you just like. It's like cafeteria style. You just sit
yeah,
down
yeah,
with
yeah,
whoever
yeah,
else
yeah,
is in
yeah,
the
yeah,
area.
yeah.
I had the best fucking breakfast at that diner. Like fucking the best breakfast. Like that's amazing.
I'm just telling you. I'm
Place.
just
Yeah.
telling you what it is.
But yeah, Rob is right
Anyway,
though. It's
sorry.
just through
Yeah.
absorption and use. I don't know how much of that oil is actually left, but it wouldn't be nearly the same amount.
Yeah.
As
You're gonna have
So
crazy.
what I'm hearing is, let me see if I get this right. So let's just say I
What he's saying
scrape.
is there's a chance.
No, what I'm saying is, so let's just say I scrape off the very first group, and I put it into a container. But the next time I go in there, I'm gonna need more than what I have. So I'm gonna add a little bit more to it, right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna scrape all that off and put it back in that container. But the next time I go in there, I'm gonna need more than what I have.
Yep.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So to me, that's
So-
still the same as 112-year-old freaking grease.
Yeah, you can actually do and you can actually call it, but you're still adding to your original product. It's not.
Yeah, but
And
you're still adding.
It's not
you're
the
still adding-
same.
you're
It's
still
not the
adding
same
the funk
102-year-old
from 112
grease.
years on there.
Yeah, it's not the same 112-year-old grease.
See,
correct.
Part of it is carrying over, but it's not.
So
same.
think about it like this, Jody.
You
Every
might have
time
some
they
1952 in there, but you're still going to have some 112 in the bottom.
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
absolutely, but the percentage is going to be very low.
No, I agree with that portion of it. That portion I absolutely agree with. I understand that because I cook myself. You know this. But what
Yes.
I'm trying to say is that if you're just adding to it each time, and then you're saying that's not enough, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, but you're scraping all that off and you're putting all that in there, you're still getting 112 somewhere into maybe
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe not after all that much you've done, because at some point you're going to have enough and you're going to be just working on 1952 every time, 1952 every time,
Well,
1952 every time.
The same thing goes for people who make sourdough bread, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see people who have a sourdough starter that they may have started 100 years ago. All they're doing is adding flour back into that starter to help feed it
Correct.
and keep
It's a
it
living,
growing.
breathing thing.
It's
Right.
living. Yeah, it's living.
Right. And so just to give you an example, so my current 500 that I have, most people take their ash and completely clean out the firebox.
Ooh,
So what I do is I take a
No, I wouldn't do that
portion
either.
of my ash and I leave it there and I build on top of it. What it does, it creates an insulated bottom.
Yeah.
Not only that, but that fire sits up there and it's comfortable.
Mhm.
So it's not
Well, and it's
trying
going to
to
cook longer too.
correct. And that ash holds the heat in.
Yep,
So I can tell you,
and it's going
I've
to generate
never
more
con-
smoke too.
I've never completely cleaned out my firebox because it doesn't make any sense to do that. And
Nope.
what I do, so
And I bet
every
if you
year
did, it would completely taste what you're doing.
it will change.
Replace the
So
taste. Oh, yeah.
even what I do with my grates after every cook, I take my torch, I turn my torch on, and I burn off any little particulates that's there. And it's just as clean. Now, once or twice a year, I do hire a company. They come out and they pressure clean. I scrape the inside to get all the soot off the inside of the smoker.
Yes.
But you always try to leave some preservatives of its original cooking that you've
Mhm.
been having in it.
you want
That's-
you're getting the creosote out so you don't have a flash from the
Exactly.
creosote.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
light off.
Yeah.
I have to do that with my pellet smoker, and I usually have to do it. Depends on how much smoking I've done during the year. Whether I do it once mid-year or once at the end of the year, get all that creosote stuff that builds up on
Yeah.
the tops and all that stuff. But down there where the firebox is, yeah, I'm very particular about that.
So
Yeah.
I got
A lot of that's there.
I got another cooking question for you. So I do a lot of bourbon infused. Well, I do a lot of things bourbon infused, but I do mostly fruits, which I'll boil and stuff like that. But then I'll bourbon infuse them and stuff like that to get that richness of the vanillas and the char and stuff like that into them. You, on a professional level, how often do you guys do that, if you do it at all? And then if you do, what is your methodology to it?
So I'll take a quick shot at this. So for me, I use bourbon in such a way when I make my bourbon barbecue sauce. I make it in a barrel and I refrigerate it. Because it is in a barrel, that's still an element that you don't want to have your clientele ingest, you know? So I don't need growth to start on the inside of the barrel at room temperature. That's why I keep it in a cooler.
Yeah.
But when I make the bourbon, I literally let the bourbon go for about 90 days before I actually use it. So that's the infusion that I do. I do cinnamon sticks and a couple other key things. But infusion, I think it's a cool thing to do. But I think, like for me with sauce making, your true skill comes into your knowledge on building a sauce.
See, that's where I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit. I know you're a professional in that field, but when I do, like, for example, I do 1-inch cooked pork chops, and then I'll do I like to do apples and pears, and like to do those boiled with cinnamon. Why can't I say that?
I'm allergic to cinnamon. Boston Rebels.
Cinnamon.
What?
It's the magic.
Yes. That and what we were trying to say, or what I was trying to say, and a little bit of brown sugar and stuff of that nature. But then at the final touch of it, I'll infuse a little bit of bourbon into it. And before I prep it, and it is so freaking good. Everybody always talks about how good those taste.
Okay, so there's this thing called maceration, where you take some fruit and some alcohol, you put it together, and you let it sit.
Yeah, but you're cooking it out of it there. I'm talking about
No, it's not doing cooking. You just let it sit. Say if you took a bottle of Buffalo Trace, you poured it out of the bottle, you added some raisins, some Crandon, some starved anise,
cinnamon.
You can put cinnamon sticks in there if you want.
No, I just wanted to prove that I could say the word.
And you pour the bourbon back into the bottle. So those fruits and everything is going to suck up all that flavor from the bourbon.
Basically.
And then you take that bottle, and let's say you're making a dessert sauce, and you just understand this is touches, because remember, you can always add, but you can't take out.
So I like what you're saying there. So I did that recently. So like all of us got. It is good. It's freaking. You have, next time I had that, I wasn't going to invite you and Elizabeth the last time I did.
But Billy, what I do with mine when I'm going to do something like that, I've got these containers that I can vacuum to infuse that, and then the fruit, whatever it is, I'll put it in there with whatever sauce that I'm going to use with that to marinate or infuse, and I'll put it under vacuum, and then that goes in the fridge, usually at least a day ahead of time before I cook it up.
So, but still, you're bringing up cooking it up. When you cook it up, you're taking out the alcohol component, because once you cook it up, it's burning off the alcohol component.
Yeah.
So you're just getting the flavor of it. So what I'm trying to say here is that what I try to do is infuse and everyone loves my apples and pears that I do like this. I infuse those late in the process to burn off some of it, but it doesn't burn off enough of it to where you get a little bit of the hit of the alcohol.
Yeah, you can do that.
So you have the different acids that take on the taste, right? And the reason why pears and fruits, or pears and apples, go really well with like pork is a very, honestly, it's a pretty bland product until you add flavor to it, right? But the apples bring that sweetness to it. And you put that,
sounds so good.
And so when you do that, and again, I infuse it lately, and I keep doing this because I do it with a syringe. I'm not gonna lie to you, I use a syringe to do it.
Yeah.
And I infuse it with a syringe, and infuse it with a medical syringe, by the way. So,
which I wouldn't do.
I'm just saying that's how I do it.
Why would you not, Billy?
Well, I mean, I'm using first of all, I'm using sanitized
Yeah, sure, that's good.
Because
Same.
I
want to hear from Billy though. Why?
Okay, well, hold on a second. And Rob has got his fist balled up. I can feel it right now. Okay, so listen.
Explain.
In the restaurant world, stainless steel is a very clean product to work with.
I don't like working with that. I like working with cast iron.
No, but listen, if you're going to inject something, you have to remember surgical steel and stainless steel are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with you, but I'm using.
But you can't get the sanitation back down enough on a syringe because it's too small.
No,
if you use an injector.
I disagree with you. It depends on the size. It depends on the size of the needle. I disagree with you.
Okay, so listen, when I just recently did that whole pig, right? I use an injector. Mm-hmm. And after using the injector, I have to sanitize the inside of the prong that I put into the thigh or anything like that. That's the only reason I wouldn't use it. I'm not saying you can't for your use.
No, that's a different prong every time that you're using it. So you don't use the same syringe each time.
Okay,
so
then
because it's impossible to try to clean it.
So we're not heroin addicts or anything of that nature. We're not trying to get HIV or hepatitis. What I'm trying to say is that I've always worked in the medical field prior to going into the business field, right? Mm-hmm. And so I have a litany because I was a professional medic as well. So I have a litany of medical supplies that I use. And so depending on the size of the gauge, and then I can go buy more gauges. I use those or bigger gauges for certain fruits because what I've noticed is like a 0, for example, opens up brightly in a apple and a pear. So meaning what I mean is if you do a like barely under the skin, we'll call it, like you slice them up, but you're barely under the skin and you light them up, it opens up like a balloon. And then you put them in and then you put them under heat or in the boil for less than 5 minutes, and then you pull them out. They carry the alcohol taste and then flavor of the alcohol that you are presenting.
Interesting.
So, and let me say 2 other things. One, so Rob does a type of clientele that's actually a lot more complicated than the clientele that I do. Also, Rob has to do food on a certain level. Hold on a second.
There's a huge difference. He does industrial style, and you do more barbecue style.
Billy, don't dismiss what Billy does as not being in.
No, I'm not saying that. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Please don't think I'm dismissing anybody because I love both of you guys and y'all's professional experience. What I'm trying to say is that if you were doing this for an individual, let's just say an individual purposes, how would you do it?
I get what you're saying. No, I just want the people out there, not saying you, but the people out there. I have so much respect for Rob, what Rob does, because I've been there. I've worked at hospitals that had staff that you couldn't even believe, and you had to deal with the execs and the whole 9.
I agree. Trust me, 1,000%. That's what I was asking.
He has to serve several different clienteles. So for me, people love coming to my takeout container because it's so rustic. You know, they get their ribs right out the pit sometimes, depending on how bad they want it. It's nothing fancy about it. I don't even have sit down. It's all takeout. Okay. But what Rob has to deal with a very picky clientele on so many different levels. You got students, you got professors, you got execs, you got company people. So just the outside people who might be hearing my voice, don't ever think because somebody works at a school or college or a university that the skill level that these people have to possess, the patience.
No, because they're fixing
is unreal.
Not what I said.
Volume, a huge volume of meals.
That's not where
I know. I'm not saying you, Jody.
I know what you said.
What I was saying is I was asking the question on an individual aspect. Because when I make those for like 2 people, 5 people, 12 people in my home, dude, you're at the wait, bro. You're not going to the bathroom right now. But when,
he's got a look on his face like he's absolutely indignant. Like, how dare you?
You take him out if you want.
No, I really don't.
Okay, you can wait then. He can wait. He can wait 6 minutes.
On his
but my point being is that what I was asking.
He's peeing on your floor.
No, he's not gonna do it on my floor. I'm gonna make his fat ass into a rug. But my point being is,
it's like a horse peeing on your back, but softer.
What I was saying is that if you were looking at doing this as an individual piece.
Okay, so let me give you my example.
That's what I was asking.
I'm gonna let Rob finish it out. So, for instance, with the bourbon barbecue sauce, before I sell it or let somebody sample it, I always inform them this is made with real bourbon. I also inform them that your kids can have this because the alcohol level in this is next to nil. And the reason I inform people that it's made with real bourbon, I don't want to mess with somebody's sobriety over barbecue sauce.
No.
So I always inform them. But Rob, the floor is yours, my brother. How would you do the infusion?
Like, honestly, I don't. I don't care for infused bourbons at all. I just don't. I don't mind a fat washed bourbon in a mixed cocktail very, very, very occasionally. But I'm not a person who would do that. I have a friend who is very, very good. She is just a fantastic bartender, craft person that I would trust. That I may do that I do some of her fat washed bourbons, but I don't like to infuse bourbons. I wouldn't care to do that. I will infuse other things. I may take like black tea and do a black tea infused chicken. Brew some tea, put the tea in the chicken, let that sit for 24 hours. Maybe pump a little bit of the brine into the chicken,
right?
But like actually doing it like
real quick. When I asked about the brine, so when you do the brine into the chicken, that takes out the tea, right?
No, you're putting the tea in the brine.
Okay, that's the part I missed. I'm sorry.
I'm taking a hot brine, pouring it over tea.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And then put chicken.
What I heard initially was I'm infusing some tea into the chicken, and I'm letting it set for 24 hours, and then I'm going to brine the chicken. That's what I heard.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I apologize. Which is the same thing I'm talking about, though. Is that if you were looking at it from an individual aspect, all right, you're not going to get drunk off. There's no way, because it's cooked, you're not going to get drunk off of any type of meat. All right. Or in fruit in this case, unless we're doing it out of a cooler and we're doing PGA. All right. We're not doing that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that undercook, not warm, probably I'm pulling it out of a boil. All right. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm just going to infuse a couple of these with a little bit of bourbon, and then I'm putting them back in there for 5 to 10 minutes. It's cooking most of it out right there at 5 to 10 minutes. And then boom, put it on a plate. But it brings out that bourbon taste more. So it's what I've discovered. And that's what I was asking, if you guys do that. And apparently I asked the wrong way. And I was not by any means saying anything negative about either one of you guys.
No, we know that.
We're good.
No, we know that. We were just saying for the world listening. That's all.
I prefer not to, and again, to what Billy's saying, and I've got so many different groups that I deal with, whether it's a minor to an elderly. I wouldn't do that unless I knew I was cooking the alcohol, like Billy said, completely out of that product.
And I get that. And that's the reason why
there are groups that I wouldn't put out. I wouldn't even call it a bourbon glazed anything.
No. And I agree with you.
That to certain groups.
Yep.
Which is the reason why I asked it for an individual purpose. And I agree with you 1,000%. In your profession, you wouldn't do it because you work more in the industrial side, which is, in my opinion, might be the hardest side to work in, period. And then you have Billy, who works more in the individual aspect, but also drives bigger customer loads at the same time. What I was trying to say is that if you were doing this for, like, say the 5 people who are on the show tonight, and we wanted to have some infused apples or something like that, would you do that? That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
then
how do we get to just there?
But we wasn't saying that you were saying it. We were just saying for the general public. That's all.
Have you read this?
No.
Sorry.
What's it say?
Read it. I'm back. Is that Fraley?
Yeah.
You
He went over to YouTube.
You disappeared from Facebook. Please repeat everything after you said Jody broke your tooth. Man,
not everything.
I know he's joking with that.
He's saying
do you have any idea how many side quests we went on since then?
I don't know that we can even do just my broken tooth.
I don't think we can even focus on that for 5 minutes consistently.
I mean, we're already at our hour.
We are at time.
I know, but let me make one more quick statement.
Please do.
So, culinary school, Italy, Japan, I know how to cook very, very high-end gourmet food. I really do. But one of the reasons I chose barbecue as my specialty is because I don't eat like that. I've done culinary competitions where it's more art than food.
Yeah.
I've been to the French Laundry out in California, CIA Greystone, CIA Hyde Park, New York, and I've watched guys train to be master chefs, by the way, which I think there's still less than 60 in the world. But I don't eat like that. As a normal everyday guy.
Who does?
But here's the thing.
Maybe there's a few people.
It might be a few people, but I personally don't eat like that. And I can tell you one of the most fun things that I enjoy about doing barbecue, every other Saturday, I invite 3-4 of my customers to come down. When I start cooking early in the morning, we either have coffee or we crack a beer or some bourbon, and we just sit there and enjoy each other's company. Mm-hmm. But it's an experience like no other, and it's only by invite only. So that's one of the other reasons why I actually love doing barbecue, because it's going to sound crazy, but I can truly sit here and tell you there's absolutely no racism in barbecue. There just isn't. It's not tolerated.
Listen to what he's saying.
How to get the racism?
Just listen to what he's saying.
Okay, because for instance, I experienced racism at its highest my first 3 months in Japan. Once they figured out I wasn't
the most racist country I've ever been to.
And once they figure out you're not a tourist, you're a shit eater in their mind.
Well, not only that, they have signs there where it had like this white Pokemon looking guy with blue eyes and a USA shirt on. It has a little circle with a little X through it, and they're like, "You can't come in this place." They're the most racist people I've ever been around my entire life. I've been all over this world, and I am telling you, facts. They are the most racist.
I am with Jody on that. That is the truth.
And let me tell you, some of the people who I learned barbecue from.
By the way, I love Japan. I love going there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But they are very racist.
I can tell you this. Some of the best barbecue I've ever had.
You just go in there and be like,
no, they wouldn't make it.
That's probably why they don't like us.
David wouldn't make it out of customs.
By the way, I still got some stuff held up in customs there.
But listen,
this held up for the entirety of this show. The entire program.
Some of the best barbecue I've ever had, or some of the best barbecue I've learned from people, are some of the most back in the woods rednecks in the world. Yeah, and let me tell you, there's not a drop of racism in you. Mm-hmm. But God bless you if you are a stupid motherfucker. They will show their entire ass to you. So if you're respectful, they will open every door that you want.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you real quick. What do you think about Korean barbecue?
Korean barbecue, the only reason Korean barbecue exists is because of
That's funny. Barbecue. I'm sorry.
I know you was trying to act a joke, but yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was being serious, and then you said the only reason why it exists.
I enjoy Korean barbecue. Yeah.
No,
so
I'm also not. I got nothing against it, but if you think Chinese and Japanese people start frying chicken out of the blue, it wasn't the case. They learned that from us. Just so you know.
I bet not.
All right. Well, guys, like, love, share, follow us.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bells, notifications.
Get the notifications.
Subscribe. subscribe to us.
Do the things. We
And by the
understand
way,
technology.
maybe you can be here at the Bourbon Lounge, or you can be downstairs at the Whiskey Cantina.
Yeah, that's right.
We
Or
chose
the igloo.
that's where Billy sleeps.
No, we're in the igloo.
I only put Billy in the igloo.
My sinuses are chugged up currently. That's
I don't know
what-
how they're chugged up in here.
Because it's the windows open and it's cold as shit.
That would dry me out, man.
Oh,
Let's
and-
keep my
That,
open.
that doesn't draw.
Mr.
It chugs
Frank
right
guys,
now.
agrees.
Keep
it's
going.
been
It's
Vaughn's
time
been
to
real,
wait.
and David's still talking some random nonsense. Love you.
Tip your
And
waiter.
once again,
You did
shout out to
yourselves.
TUS.
Peace
I
out.
love like you know each other.
Love gay people.
I know you do.
Billy, you need to check
Stand
your
by.